Hey folks, your OS Reviews. You're watching our video first look and quick review of the Inateck W1005. This is a laser pointer pen that acts as a presentation remote for any Mac or PCs, and it uses 2.4G wireless. It has a built-in USB tip which can be removed from the unit itself and just simply plugged into any computer. It's also held in magnetically, so it's rather secure, and uses a plug-and-play solution, so you don't need to install any fancy or extra drivers to operate the unit. It also has, as the name mentions, a built-in laser pointer, so it's a great presentation tool for you to use if you are giving lectures or if you're someone who's giving a bit of a talk. This is something you can consider. It also has a handy clip on the front that you can use to carry around the unit more simply, and it's about the same size as a pen, so just for a size comparison's sake, I have a ballpoint pen here. You can see it's a slightly larger, but about the same length, so not too bad as far as the design is concerned. It sells through Amazon and also on the company's website for roughly $20, which isn't too expensive either. It's very versatile. It's also kind of compact, and overall it has a rather, again, thoughtfully designed all-in-one look to it, again with that receiver that's integrated, as well as the size and form factor. So taking a closer look at the unit itself, it has a plastic construction quality. It uses some glossy materials on the front as well as some coarse materials on the sides, which doesn't attract too many fingerprints, which is good. On the front, there's also a toggle that turns the unit on or off just to save battery, so this is correlated to the actual receiver tip. It has a 100-meter range in terms of the distance between the unit and also the computer, which is rather far, and it works 360 degrees, so you don't have to really worry about it not aligning properly. Like IR remotes, you have to constantly align it to the antenna or the receiver for it to work. This one seems to be quite wide in terms of reception, which is nice. Again, it has that unibody finish with that integrated control, and it's going to be working with any USB 3.0, 2.0, 1.1 plug that you have on your PC or computer. Taking a closer look now, we have access to all the controls and buttons on the front. The first one correlates to the laser pointer, which is the standard red laser pointer that comes out from the tip. It's rather bright, and it again works pretty well in the sense that it can still be seen even in brighter environments. It's great for highlighting text, as well as perhaps using, again, on a whiteboard or on a presentation board. There's also controls for up and down. These are going to correlate to the slides, so when you're going up and down through your different presentation deck, that also works, and this toggles you between different modes like widescreen mode and back and forth. Otherwise, again, a very simple overall look. There are some rubber feet on the back, which prevents the unit from sliding around when you place it on a surface, so it doesn't roll all over the place. And that's basically the design. Next, we're going to take a quick look at how the unit operates when plugged into a computer. We now have the receiver plugged into the USB socket of a tablet computer. As you can see, it's pretty small and compact, so it doesn't really distract from the portability of the unit as a whole. When you're not in a slideshow or a presentation deck, you can still use it as kind of a cursor for you to move the position of the page up and down. So for instance, pressing it down will take me to a lower part of the page. I can press and hold as well for continuous scrolling, and each time that you tap on a key, a blue LED will flash to tell you that you are pressing a button. It's a nice confirmation. The side also features relatively tactile controls for the volume, so if you have an integrated video playing in a presentation, you can easily toggle back and forth between that volume and media controls without having to fiddle around with your computer, which is a nice feature to have as well. Again, very thoughtful. Of course, you can still use the laser pointer while you're giving that presentation. So I also have a sample presentation loaded up here, just something I quickly Googled, and let's say I open up a certain slide. I can easily go back and forth between the different slides. You can see it's very fast and instantaneous. No issues if I'm pointing at a different direction or covering up the sensor with my hands. It all responds quickly and efficiently, so again, not really any issues there. Another interesting thing here, if you're inside a particular presentation, you can also use the top key, the multifunction key, as kind of a pseudo remote. It doesn't bring up a physical cursor the way that more expensive presentation tools do, so you don't get that level of accuracy, but you can use it to create some gestures, such as in Windows 10, you can go through different apps. So I can press and hold on this and quickly flick it to the left or right to get it to the corresponding part. Again, it takes a little bit of practice to get used to, but you can use it to kind of navigate between multiple, let's say, open apps, which is kind of a handy thing to do, and you navigate it in the air, which is kind of cool as well. So at the end of the day, the Inateck WP1005 laser presentation remote tool is definitely a handy thing to have just because it has an all-in-one smart choice as well as a smart design going for it. But I will say it's not as powerful as perhaps more expensive presentation tools in the sense it doesn't have a small cursor or a way for you to easily enter text. But if you just want something very simple to give a few lectures, it has an integrated laser pointer and easy to access controls and buttons that are nicely placed and spaced apart, this is definitely something that you can consider. You can check out more details about the Inateck WP1005 in our full written review, but this has been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS.